Okay, so this is the lip. I don't know, it looks pretty good. It's a little glossier than I was hoping, but it'll probably look pretty good on the car. A couple of these pieces. And here's the instructions. Let's get it on. So here's the stock GT bumper. Okay, so onto the car. It's got these little rivets that I'm assuming I'm gonna have to drill out. So we'll see. So yeah, I'm using a 3/16 bit, and it comes right out. Let's see. Yeah, fucking drill. Just like that. Looks like something else is holding it somewhere. Must be back here. Now it's actually these little clips right here. I think you just pull it down. And now it is, I think, just that and maybe that holding it. Pull this clip out. Yeah, it looks like the top one's holding it too. So I got it out. I just ripped it off of there. I'm not sure if that's a rivet or something that's supposed to come out. I'll have to get a flashlight to see. But I might have to take it out to put the new lip on. Otherwise, I'll just leave it. But that's it on this side. Just gotta do the other side. Okay, got both sides off. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad with nothing on there. But here's the new one. And here's all the hardware. So it looks like these are gonna go, these are the A. So I guess I just gotta drill all those. There's spots to drill in the, yeah, I just gonna have to drill through because it's smaller. So we'll just drill through here. And I guess the B, I guess they're calling these, I guess that's the B, even though it doesn't look anything like that. So yeah, so I guess these are the new style or something. So I think the B's go in the existing holes where the rivets were, and then all these A's are going to be new. I have to drill those, and then we're going to use the stock little things for here, and then the rivets got to go to that top one that I couldn't get out. So we'll see how necessary that is. But I might have to go get a little rivet tool. We'll see. I'm also going to remove these 3 panels right here on the front so I can get to the top of the bumper so I can hold the nut when I put it in these existing holes. That's what I'm doing now. Okay, so this is pretty self-explanatory. But everywhere these big holes are is where's one of these are going to go. So that just there we go. And then put the nut on the back side of it. So I'm just going to do that. They're all, I think it's 6 of them. All right, on this back one, on both sides, if you see it right there, you're gonna get one of these pieces. They're both different, obviously. But it's just gonna go in there. There's a little lip right here on the bumper. It's just got to go behind that. What is it catching on? Okay. So it's going to go behind that little lip right there and make it line up right there. So you can put that same one through there. I'm gonna have to use 2 hands, but yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, just make it line up right there. So you can get the same bolt through. I'm gonna have to use 2 hands to do it though. Okay. A small correction. This is the other side, but this goes, all of this actually goes above the bumper. On the other side, I had it underneath like that, and obviously that's gonna space that out and make it look funny. So this just goes behind it so that you have something sturdy to screw the new bolt and screw through. So you're not just pulling on the bumper. So that's all it's doing. And it also, you know, gives you somewhere to put those things back in. But anyway, it goes on top of the bumper completely, and that way you don't have anything in between the lip and the bumper. That's it. All right, so I got all the bolts in. I haven't put the, you know, self-tapping screws in yet to support the middle. But even without, well, yeah, it definitely needs it. But even without that, it's pretty sturdy. It'll be a lot better once I got all these screws across here. I think it looks pretty good. Looks a lot better than the little GT things, whatever you call them. I like it. Keep going. Okay, I got all the self-tapping screws in. All these. It's nice because it just goes right at that little ridge that's on the bumper. So there's no way to put it in the wrong spot. Obviously, as long as you do the bolts first. But yeah, it ain't moving now. And now all I gotta do is I think I'm just gonna put these back in and not worry about the rivets at the top. For now, if it's a problem, I'll put them in, but I don't have a rivet tool, and I just don't see it really mattering. But if it's a problem or it rattles or something, I'll probably do it. But anyway, I'll put those in and I'm gonna get on the ground. Okay, so yeah, it does look like it's necessary. Otherwise, when you bolt all this stuff back up down here, it pushes that out. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. So I am gonna have to go get a rivet tool. I guess pop that one out and put it comes with 2 of them. I don't know why it just didn't come with some bolts. Anyway, so I'll put these in there. So I gotta drill this little rivet out. So I gotta turn the wheel, but what's nice about these Miatas is the wheel never locks. So you can just, without even turning the car on or putting the key in or anything, you can just turn it by hand. Okay. Snap these back in. All right, now it's on the ground. I like it. Sticks out a little further. Not too bad. I'll probably end up putting the OEM club side skirts on. I haven't really found an aftermarket one that I like. The Moss Miata rear, I just had the stock on that, just the regular little whatever. But the Moss Miata, the rear looks pretty good, and I think it's like $200 or something like that. But they make a front and a rear, like a matching set, but they don't have side skirts for whatever reason. So I'll probably, you can kind of tell the difference between how far the side skirt sticks out versus the new lip. But I think this front lip will look good with OEM side skirts. Anyway, it's pretty easy install. If I didn't have to run to the store to get that riveter thing, it would have taken, I don't know, about 45 minutes to an hour. Not bad. I'm pretty happy with it. All right.